So, hi everyone, welcome to my channel, the Life Science series lecture series. So, I'm very excited today because we'll be discussing about the Nobel Prize 2025 winners and winning the subject, the discovery concerning the peripheral immune system. So the it was won for physiology and medicine. So we'll discuss why doesn't our immune system destroy our own tissues, and how does it know the difference between the self and the stranger. So today we're going to uncover the answer together. So let's move on and find out the mystery. So our immune system is filled with powerful defenders like T and B cells. They protect us from viruses, bacteria, anything that doesn't belong to us, or it should not be inside our body. And but here's the mystery: how do these cells know not to attack our own body? If this system fails, we get autoimmune diseases. Today, we'll see how the 2025 Nobel Prize winning discovery finally solved this puzzle by finding out about the immune system's peacekeeping cells. So, we will discuss that. So, we'll see how the self tolerance mystery is that. Now, our immune system is a highly sophisticated, powerful defense force. It is tasked with the destroying of countless dangerous invaders like viruses and bacteria. But at the same time, it has to coexist peacefully with trillions of cells that makes up our body. So for that, it needs to be in an execute control, right? Because this is a powerful weapon, right? So if it's left unchecked, the immune system it could mistakenly start turning against the very body it is meant to protect. So this creates a fascinating paradox, a question that or a puzzle, that is, how does the immune system learn to refrain itself when it comes to the immune cells? So once the immune cells are formed, your T cells and B cells, they don't immediately know who to attack. So they need to be trained, just like how soldiers are trained before the war. Before a war happens, they have to train themselves, right? So just like that, even that your immune cells should be trained so that they know who to attack and who not to attack. So this training happens in a special organ that is called as thymus for T cells and bone marrow for B cells. So thymus is a small gland. It is which is located just behind the breastbone. It's most active during the childhood. It's a military academy for T cells. Inside the thymus, the young T cells, they are tested for their proper. So when the central tolerance, when this training doesn't happen perfectly, right? So sometimes self reactive rogue cells, T cells, they will escape into the bloodstream. And if there is no secondary mechanisms to stop that, then these cells will wander through the body and if they are not controlled, they'll mistakenly start attacking the healthy tissues and leading to autoimmune diseases. That's why the body has a backup plan as well, a backup safety system called as the peripheral immune tolerance. So this acts as like a secondary security checkpoint. It keeps these risky T cells in check and they keep them under control and maintain peace within the body. Coming on to that, so when your body starts turning against itself or start attacking your body healthy tissues and healthy cells, that is when you have autoimmune diseases. Autoimmune disease happen when immune system mistakenly starts attacking your healthy cells and tissues instead of the harmful ones. It fails to recognize the harmful ones from the from your own. So instead of it's a serious mistake. Okay, it has forgotten who the real enemy is. So this leads to this breakdown in self-tolerance is what leads to autoimmune disease. So it can't tolerate. It's not able to differentiate between the self. So these are the Nobel Prize winners for physiology and or medicine for 2025. Three brilliant scientists whose discoveries had changed our understanding of immune tolerance. So Sir Shimon Sakaguchi, he was the first to identify a special group of immune cells called regulatory T cells or Tregs. These are the peacekeepers of our immune system. And Fred Ramsdell, he helped to uncover how these cells develop and function, linking them to autoimmune diseases. And finally, Mary Brunkow, her research revealed the crucial gene, the master switch, FOXP3, which acts on so Simon Sakaguchi made a groundbreaking discovery. So a unique group of immune cells known as regulatory T cells or Tregs. Now these aren't ordinary T cells, these are peacekeepers of our immune system. So what makes them special? So unlike the other T cells that mostly attack, like your killer T cells, which go and attack, these particular T cells, they don't attack. They act like a suppressor. They suppress other immune cells. So they prevent the immune system from attacking the body's own tissues. So they calm down the excessive inflammation after a threat is removed. They keep the immune system focused on the real invader. Coming on to the next, so if you see here in this, so on the left is what you see is a peaceful immune system, a balanced system. Here the immune soldiers, which are your killer T cells, they know exactly who the enemy is and who to attack. And you'll notice that the Tregs, regulatory T cells, they stand like guard, like peacekeepers. They make sure that no fight happens, no attack happens. Okay, they ensure harmony in the immune system. But if you look at the right side, this is a classic case of autoimmune system. So the immune army have lost the control. There are too many attackers and very few peacekeepers to control it. Now, after the discovery of Tregs, scientists wanted to know what tells the T cell to become a peacekeeper instead of a fighter and start attacking. So the answer lies deep in our DNA. Working independently, Mary Brunkow and Fred Ramsdell identified a single powerful gene on the X chromosome known as FOXP3. FOXP3 acts as a master switch or master gene of the immune system's peacekeepers. Their role is that they activate this particular gene, they go and activate FOXP3 gene activates. It starts producing the FOXP3 protein and it goes and turns on. It it transforms a normal T cell. So how this discovery came into being? So it came into being by a syndrome that is known as IPEC syndrome. This syndrome this is a genetic proof because in this particular syndrome the FOXP3 gene goes missing. So okay, or it gets broken. So this is a rare and devastating disease that is called IPEC syndrome. So here, that particular gene, that is the FOXP3 gene, is lost or they cannot produce regulatory T cell. That means if there are no Tregs, that means there are no peacekeepers, right? So the immune system will go out of control and they start launching massive attacks onto the body's own organs, like into. So what is peripheral tolerance? So peripheral tolerance is your second layer of protection. It keeps our immune system from attacking or making a deadly mistake. So it prevents the immune system from attacking your own body. And why is it important? Because even after training in the thymus, some self-reactive T cells or autoreactive T cells, they escape the body, and if they're not controlled, they can trigger autoimmune disease. So peripheral tolerance keeps it's like a peacekeeping transformation system. So as I told you, FOXP3 gene activates the master blueprint for peace. That is the let's see that. First is decoding autoimmune diseases. So when Tregs become weak or when they are too few in number, the autoimmune system loses control and that leads to autoimmunity or autoimmune disease. Now that we understand we know the power of FOXP3 and regulatory T cells, scientists are now using this knowledge and creating brand new treatments which can help restore your immune balance. One exciting breakthrough is Treg cell therapy. Here the doctors collect the immune cells from the patient and Tregs are expanded and they are activated in the lab. The boosted Tregs are then put back Now, coming on to the next, cancer. So, cancer, fighting against cancer. Cancer is pretty clever because it doesn't just grow, it tricks your immune system. Scientists have discovered that many tumors hijack Tregs, the peacekeeper cells, and they pull them into the cancer territory. Once they have arrived, these Tregs protect the tumor instead of the body. So they silence the killer T cells. They tell the immune system, stand down, do not attack. So it's like a cancer trying to build a shield. It builds a shield around it using the body's own peacekeeping forces. And this is pretty bad. So that's well. So they hijack the body's own defense system by attracting the Tregs to the tumor site. These Tregs will then. Okay, so finally, the discoveries made by Sakaguchi, Brunkow, and Ramsdell, they did more than just find a new type of immune cell, right? They had revealed the fundamental principle of life. Our immunity isn't our immune system. It's not just an off on and off switch. It's a very carefully balanced ecosystem. So by uncovering regulatory T cells and FOXP3 gene, the master switch, they gave us the blueprint to restore the balance when the immune system attacks the body, removing barriers when the immune system fails to fight disease, and treat illness with precision and not force. The work has opened up a door to a new era of medicine therapies which can intelligently modulate a Nobel Prize that turned immune chaos into immune harmony and unlocked a new era of medicine and healing. This discovery didn't just change immunology, it changed how the entire future of medicine. With the peripheral immune tolerance, we shift from fighting blindly to healing wisely, a true revolution in medical science. I thank everybody for joining me in today for this video, Life Science Lecture Series. And I hope you all like this. And please share and subscribe. And more such interesting videos will be coming in this channel. So keep in touch and keep in tune. Thank you.